This may be interpreted properly or not, but it's probably best if it's not. It's called The Roots Are Staying, and yeah. Do you ever get stuck on the question, who are you as a person, and what are your best qualities? When that someone is holding a pencil and scratch pad in their hand, do you think of the normalities recorded in scratches on your eyes in your high school halls, the right colored ties that other guys would wear to graduation? The quantities of repetitive action, whether it be support or what you do as entertainment by monthly basis. Do you ever take a forever moment to think about the question, who are you as a person, and what are your best qualities? Do you tell the truth? Can you remember every time you didn't know what to say, every time you longed for something you weren't, that you were in leadership, the honor roll, or at least that you could raise your grade a bit so you didn't have to lie to people about the fact that you can't afford to go to school? Or follow them in conversation about birthdays and pools, that your golden years were when you were 5 years old and you couldn't understand. That daddy's not the king of fools that can conjure ice cream every time the world jumps up and snatches the smile from your face. And that mommy doesn't really mean it when she says she's fine. And that smiles are the biggest liars in your family. And if a smile has a reason falling from its teeth, you have to grasp into the pretend game too. That if things between family members get too tough, you should pretend that they aren't yours. And that fear doesn't pour from your eyes, it pours from your skull. Because cringing from a raised voice, that's silly. So is wanting to grow up as a seagull so you can just escape and disappear into common issue and yellow tissue paper on birthdays. When mom and dad were smiling. Do you ever take a forever moment to think about the question, who are you as a person, and what are your best qualities? Maybe not. Maybe only when the walls that encouraged who you are to crawl out of 13-year-old fists clinging to a newborn 17-year-old mind know that who you are is twisting your roots into a grind all the way to breaking point in order to take up new ones again and again and again. After telling your branches it's safe for them to grow, they're not moving anymore. But you know differently. Maybe only when who you are needs to say goodbye. And your best qualities stay tucked around the splinters of your roots. And new shoots are pushed and pushed and pushed again and again and again to grow.